What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Fit Kitchen. So this week I've got a really tasty, spicy meatball and couscous dish. So this is more of a main course meal. Again, we've had our sweet treats, so we're going back into another dish. So this is a really simple dish to make. So let's just get straight into it. So all I'm using for this is 200 grams of steak mince, and I have, to go in with that as well, some chorizo. You can buy an actual sausage or you can buy it sliced already. So vegetables, I'm going to do some mushrooms, half an onion, a garlic clove and some basil that I'll chop up. The sauce itself will be a tin of chopped tomatoes mixed with a lot of our seasonings as always, and then as a starch or a carb I'm using a couscous that will also be flavoured with these bad boys as well. Couscous is a really good alternative to rice. No, I didn't just read it off the packet if you're wondering. It's a lot lighter and fluffier, and it's a lot quicker to cook as well. So if you're in a rush or if you're prepping meals in the morning or late at night, couscous is a really good option. The vegetables chopped up roughly, so we'll get on to our meats. So this is 10% fat steak mince. Really try and stay anything under 10%, so 5% fat. That just means you have a 90 to 95% leanness in the meat, which is what you want. So we're just going to measure out 200 grams. That's between 150 to 200 grams is enough for one person. So into this meat we're going with a good crack of salt, a good crack of pepper, about a tablespoon of paprika, so I'm just going to eyeball it. The same amount of chili powder, so this is going to be hot. I have some chili flakes here, just a small few, not many. These really are hot. Oh my god, that's way too much. So like literally a pinch of chili flakes. That can go back in. I'm not using that, no way. I'm too young to die. I also have some cumin, so that's going to go in as well. So again, about a tablespoon. And I have some garlic powder as well, just to go in with the burgers. Or the meatballs, sorry. So that's just all the mince put together with all the seasonings. So in with that, just go with half of the basil, fresh basil. So put that in. Keep half it for the actual sauce as well. And then just mix that around. That's all really good and mixed up. Get in there with your paws and start making some meatballs. So that's roughly the size we're going for, just like a golf ball size meatball. So we should get probably 4 or 5 of them out. So that's our meatballs done. We got 5.5, that's not bad. So now for the couscous. So I have 70 grams of couscous just poured into a bowl. Now in with the bowl is going another dash of paprika, probably like half a tablespoon. A little bit of chili powder, not as much as we used a minute ago. So it's just a little, probably a teaspoon. A nice crack of salt again. And a good crack of pepper. And just fill that up to the brim. The first thing I'm putting into this pan is the chorizo. So I have 2 slices of chorizo, no oil in the pan. Chorizo is a really fatty sausage, so if you cook that off first, you release all the oils and the fats in it, and they'll be in the pan to cook the rest of the meats. So we're going to put this in and we're going to take it out when it's cooked. So as soon as the chorizo is really starting to sizzle and you can see it starting to brown up, go in with your meatballs. The chorizo in the pan, we'll go in with our 5 meatballs and just brown them off. 5.5. Meatballs seem to be pretty browned off. They're not fully cooked, but we're going to take them out of the pan. And just onto a plate here we have. So all we wanted to do was just seal the outsides and partially cook them So they probably only need another 5 minutes on, but we're just going to take them off, keep our pan on the heat, and go in with a tin of chopped tomatoes and our vegetables we chopped a minute ago. Into this pan is our onion, our garlic, our mushroom, and the rest of our basil. Once your onions and mushrooms are pretty browned up and sauteed down, go in with half a tin of chopped tomatoes. So for one person, half a tin is loads. Actually, a little bit over half a tin. Again, good crack of salt, crack of pepper. So a good measure of these, probably a tablespoon of paprika, of chili powder, and of cumin. So mix that round and reduce that heat down to just a bare simmer. Actually, you know what? Full tin of tomatoes. Just go with it. So that's just the sauce cooking now. So leave that on a pretty low gas mark. That's the lowest it can go. So it's just going to bubble and simmer until that thickens up, and then we'll add back in our meats and just cook it off again. And just a quick look at our couscous. It's probably been like 4 minutes. And that's ready. That's really nice. So all you gotta do is get in there with a fork and fluff it around. But that's done. So just keep the plate on it. Just keep the plate on it to keep it hot. So this has been bubbling away for 5 or 10 minutes now. You can see it's getting really nice and thick, and the juices are starting to boil off a bit. So it's a really nice chunky sauce, and then we're going to go back in with our meats and let that cook off again for probably another 10 or 15 minutes. Just to finish off cooking the meatballs, and just to let the flavours and everything gather and get together and have a good time. So that is the final product. That is my homemade Moroccan style meatballs with couscous. So please do give that recipe a go. You saw how easy it is, and 3 ingredients, and it comes out to less than €3 a portion, so it really is a good money saving meal. So thank you so much for watching this week again. If you do make any of the recipes, please do post them on social media and tag me in them, and I will see you at the same place next Sunday at 8 o'clock.